about friendships, and still with us, New York Times bestselling author and friendship expert, Dr. Marisa Franco, who has been sharing how relationship attachment styles impact how we maintain friendships. The quiz, by the way, is on TamronHallShow.com to find out what type of attachment style you have. The style most likely to break up a friendship is called anxious attachment. Listen to our next guest, Kimberly Bizu and Grant Willis' story, and see if this sounds like your friendship. Take a look.
Kim and I first met each other in high school down in Houston, Texas.
We were BFFs from the jump.
Kim was like a grounding force for me. Then I tried to do the same for her, and we were both just trying to figure out life together.
We had so many conversations about who we wanted to be in the world professionally, what our goals look like, and just where we wanted to end up. In 2020, the world shut down and I was furloughed, and so it just felt like the perfect opportunity for me to start my own business.
I went to Grant with all of these different ideas, and Grant, being a little bit more risk averse, was like, well, Kim, this is the perfect opportunity for you to study for grad school, or maybe look into joining one of the big consulting firms.
Kim's throwing all these ideas, and she's like, I want to do this, I want to do this. And I'm like, no, that's not a good idea. Let's do it this way. I think that I was dampening her spirits in a sense, and also killing that creativity unintentionally.
I felt like in that moment, I really just wanted him to support me being an entrepreneur. I didn't need any seeds of doubt. That's where the relationship started hitting a divide.
We were very codependent in a way that was not healthy and not sustainable, right? It was not sustainable.
Kimberly is in studio. Grant joins us from Charleston, South Carolina. Thank you both for joining us. Okay, so you have made up. You didn't speak for over a year.
Yeah.
What was that year like for you?
Well, when we split, I just leaned into my business. I felt like, when we were friends, I didn't really have the space to do that because, he wanted me to go a different route. And so that year I just leaned in and I was working really, really hard. And then you come up for air and I'm like, well, where's my best friend?
Oh.
And then that's when I reached
Because you
out.
work hard, you want someone to celebrate it with,
course.
and Grant is not there. Grant, how did you process that year of away from each other, as she described it as the split?
Yeah.
Yeah, it went from, talking to Kimberly every single day and always having her as just someone that I could go to becoming basically just this void. So yeah.
Doctor, is this, you're about to cry over here too. I didn't know this show was going to be so emotional.
Yeah.
But it hits to the heart.
Yeah, that's the thing about friendship. Compared to romantic relationships, we just don't make the unsaid said.
Mm-hmm.
And so unsaid things really tend to accumulate, and it can be sort of small things accumulating over time that create real big ruptures for people.
Anxious attachment, what does that mean?
Anxiously attached people, they kind of tend to sacrifice their own needs for the approval or validation of other people. And so because of that, they tend to struggle really bringing up those conflict and those issues because they're worried about being abandoned. And so it is an attachment style where things can really accrue and you don't necessarily take the opportunity to mend and talk things out.
You heard their story. What do you think went wrong there? Because it sounds like a lot of lack of communication.
Yeah. I'm sure Grant thought he was being supportive, but Kimberly didn't receive that as supportive when he wasn't invested in your dreams, right? And so it sounds like you were miscommunicating, or you weren't on the same page as to what you needed to feel supported as a friend. Would you say that that's right?
No, I absolutely agree. Yeah, I felt like, in that moment, I just wanted him to say, yeah, Kim, do it. You can do it. And he was almost unintentionally sowing seeds of doubt. And when you're going after a business and building a brand, you need all of the self-love.
Right.
And,
You need somebody rooting you on.
Exactly.
So Grant, when you look at things now, how do you describe it? Because you're at disadvantage. You're on Skype in a really cute kitchen, but you're there kind of off on your own. How do you process it now?
I look at it as I definitely see where I was not being a supportive friend. I think at the time, I thought I was doing the right thing just by trying to keep Kim on this path of, working that corporate life and doing it by the book. But that just isn't her journey. And, with Rich Little Broke Girls and everything that she's been doing and working on, it definitely was the right decision to make. I didn't see it at that time.
Dr. Franco, is that the big takeaways? Understanding your friends are not you.
Exactly. It's this concept called identity affirmation, where we affirm their friends in doing what they want for themselves, even if it's not what we would choose for them.
So I took the quiz. They're telling me I'm a securely attached friend.
I'm not surprised.
You're not?
No.
Why not?
Well, you really good at connecting with people.
Oh. Well, that was a climactic ending there. I'm a securely attached friend. What kind of friend are you? The book is called Platonic, How the Science of Attachment Can Help You Make and Keep Friends. Tam Fam, you're going home with a signed copy